How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, yesterday, my royal family, Lisa Cabrera was the first that I know of that had reported this, what you want to call it? It was a shooting in Maryland, and we see a lot of these. And the unquote suspect name is Snochia Moseley. She's 26 years old. Now, I said I would give it a little time because I always give stories a little time to play itself out, and you know that the media are going to put out what the media are going to put. I'm not surprised, my royal family, by this shooting at all. Now, if anybody that is new to the true royal family, I worked 17 years as a certified welder. And I've worked with a lot of sisters that fit the unquote profile of Snochia Moseley. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm not giving up shit. I knew this was going to happen. Now, anybody that's real close to me and I trust, I'll tell you behind the scenes what I knew this was gonna happen. So what we'll do, we'll play. I gotta play 3 videos, and I'm gonna close it out real sweet. And I got a message to tell America, especially America. Let me calm down, cause like I said, I ain't surprised. So let's learn a little bit more about the fuckery.
What happened this morning in that warehouse, information about the shooter, the background of Snochia Moseley, again, 26 years old, has addresses in Baltimore County. Investigators have been going to those addresses today trying to find some clue as to what may have led up to this. She was an employee of a temporary agency. Tonight, a source tells me that she may have been involved in a pay dispute at the time of the shooting, though there is absolutely no confirmation of what might have constituted the motive for such a deadly act of violence. I'm also told that when this unfolded this morning after 9 o'clock, and she allegedly came in there and started firing, it started outside the warehouse, then moved inside that building, that another employee may have actually cornered her in a hallway, a dead-end hallway, and at that point, she shot herself. Again, there are 4 people dead. She is one of them, taking her own life. The FBI tells me she is not on the radar of the FBI in terms of any connection to any kind of terrorism. A law enforcement source says she wasn't on anybody's radar. According to her Facebook page in her name, she has 2 favorite quotes on the page, and one of them is, "An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth." That, of course, is the verse from the Bible. Authorities say she was using a 9mm Glock. There's nothing in her record that would have prevented her from legal gun ownership that can publicly be seen. She had 2, perhaps 3 magazines on her at the time. Back to you.
And around 9 a.m., the shooting began, striking victims both outside the business and inside the facility. We do not, at this time, have a motive for this senseless crime. In the investigation, again, even though we're hours into this, it's still early in an investigation of this size and scope.
And again, as I said, investigators, as soon as they got a firm ID on this shooting suspect, they fanned out to the different addresses. I-Team colleague Dave Collins went to an address that appeared to be the woman's family. They went in the house as they saw the media arrive, did not want to speak, but Dave said he could hear one of them say, "We're just trying to figure out what went on." That's certainly the question tonight. After 7 people shot, 3 dead,
At Newsy,
the
we
shooter
know
dead,
it's not
4
news
dead.
until you tell the full
Oh my
story.
goodness,
That's
what's
why we're
really
on the
going on
ground
back
and
here?
in the thick of things to give you something more.
Forgive me, family. Okay, let's finish this.
Including the shooter, and 3 wounded. Reporting live from Aberdeen.
All right, my royal family. Now let's see what the heck then happened over here. You're behind and got impatient. Let me refresh this because I want to play this next one. I gave a little bit of information that I feel that is necessary for us to listen to. So let's proceed on.
At Newsy, we know it's not news until you tell the full story. That's why we're on the ground and in the thick of things to give you something more, like the truth. Look for Newsy in your channel guide or visit newsy.com/TV.
We approached nearly 24 hours now since that shooting happened. We still have a lot of details we don't know. We're trying to learn more about the woman who shot those 6 people at the distribution center. But here's what we do know so far. Police say it is a woman, 26-year-old Snochia Moseley from Baltimore County. She's got a Facebook profile that shows some photos of her. And there's also online court records. When you search for a criminal history, she doesn't have one. It doesn't have a criminal history. The only thing you find on case search are some unresolved traffic cases. Now, some of those are recently, some within the past month. The Harford County Sheriff has said that Moseley was a temporary employee at that Rite Aid warehouse in Harford County and had reported for work as normal yesterday. This morning, the Associated Press is reporting that an employee there told his wife that Moseley had been having an argument with someone and then, quote, went off and began firing a handgun. But that employee said she was not targeting specific people. We'll have more details on that coming out today potentially as well, and more details.
All right. Oh, let's continue on, family.
Investigators in a deadly warehouse shooting in Maryland are still looking for a motive today. Police say that Snochia Moseley killed 3 co-workers at a Rite Aid distribution center, and then she shot and killed herself. 3 others were wounded in yesterday's shooting. Mola Lange is at the warehouse in Aberdeen, Maryland, with more on this story. Mola, good morning.
Well, good morning. This was the 3rd mass shooting in the U.S. in 2 days. Moseley was a temporary employee here at the distribution center, only on the job for a few weeks. Witnesses say she got into an argument with another employee right before her rampage.
Active here.
Just after 9 a.m., police responded to a shooting at the Rite Aid distribution center in Aberdeen, Maryland, about 30 miles northeast of Baltimore.
2 number 1 females. Gunshot 1 today.
Terrified employees frantically piled out of the building as law enforcement officers rushed in. One employee says he ran to a nearby business for cover after he was shot in the leg.
We believe the shooting incident began outside and then moved into the front of the building.
Harford County Sheriff Jeffrey Gaylor says Snochia Moseley killed 3 people and wounded 3 others. He says the 26-year-old then shot herself and died at a hospital. Police searched multiple addresses belonging to Moseley, including this apartment complex.
We do not have a motive yet, so everything is being explored.
Authorities believe Moseley used a 9mm handgun in the shooting. According to a recent study by the FBI, it's rare for a woman to commit a mass shooting. In 63 shootings between 2000 and 2013, 94% of the shooters were male.
She didn't have a particular target. She was just shooting.
Crystal Watson's husband works at the distribution center and knew the suspect.
She's not a mean person. He was like, she's just always really quiet, kind of quiet. He said he would have never thought. Never would have thought.
This is the 3rd mass shooting in Harford County in the past 2 years, something too familiar for local officials.
We unfortunately have perfected this, and I hope that we don't have to do this again in the next 10 years or ever.
Now, the ATF and FBI are both on site here helping local law enforcement with their investigation. And investigators say terrorism was unlikely, though they have not completely ruled it out. The gun that was purchased by Moseley and used in this shooting was purchased legally. The wounded victims are recovering at a hospital, and Anthony, they are expected to survive.
All right, my radio family. Isn't it interesting that they use the word terrorism when it comes to us? So this is what I have to tell America. Black folks is tired. And I've been, like I said, I listen with my heart. And I really listen to what people have to say. And I feel what the royal family is saying. And not all black folks is alike. And we know the games that y'all play on these plantations, because we know that y'all feel real safe to fuck with us at work. Well, y'all feel emboldened, and y'all think it's real cute to fuck with people's paper. I learned from a white man Never forget his name. He was my superintendent by the name of Corky out of Chicago. He said his father said, never mess with a man's money even when they're wrong. You got to know how to be diplomatic in certain situations because you may jeopardize other people because of your fuckery. And again, I ain't surprised, but I ain't giving it up. Oh no. Because white America is all about keeping the code. And my royal family, we need to be on that cold tip too. So when I seen what was going down yesterday, I said, that's all I said. Boy, I'm holding back. You know I'm holding back, family, because I want to go in. But again, if anybody want to know what's really going on that I feel like I can trust, and it's only a handful, I'll tell y'all behind the scenes. But this country is really, put it this way, this summer has really opened my eyes even more how people in America just feel like it is their God-given right to do whatever they want to do to us, you know, and we're being questioned for literally walking, breathing, thinking, or literally being in our own house, in your drawers, watching TV, and get blasted by a lying ass, racist ass pig. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, America, keep fucking with the chosen ones. Keep fucking with they psyche. Keep making them feel like they unstable. Winnie Mandela, our Queen of Queens, said something along that line. You don't want to wake this up. You don't want to wake this up. Can you imagine all the shit that has happened to us and we all woke up? Oh, everything was shut down in America. So, I'll keep it like that because I'm very, very coded today. So anyway, my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.